Chapter 31. After these things, surveying the entrances of the north, above the mountains, I perceived 7 mountains, replete with pure nard, odoriferous trees, cinnamon and papyrus. From thence I passed on, above the summits of those mountains, to some distance eastwards, and went over the Erythraean Sea, and when I was advanced far beyond it, I passed along above the angels Atil, and arrived at the garden of righteousness. In this garden I beheld, among other trees, some which were numerous and large, and which flourished there. Their fragrance was agreeable and powerful, and their appearance both varied and elegant. The tree of knowledge also was there, of which if anyone eats, he becomes endowed with great wisdom. It was like a species of the tamarind tree, bearing fruit which resembled grapes, extremely fine, and its fragrance extended to a considerable distance. I exclaimed, "How beautiful is this tree, and how delightful is its appearance!" Then holy Raphael, an angel who was with me, answered and said,
"This is the tree of knowledge, of which thy ancient father and thy aged mother ate, who were before thee, and who, obtaining knowledge, their eyes being opened, and knowing themselves to be naked, were expelled from the garden."
Chapter 32. From thence I went on, towards the extremities of the earth, where I saw large beasts, different from each other, and birds various in their countenances and forms, as well as with notes of different sounds. To the east of these beasts, I perceived the extremities of the earth, where heaven ceased. The gates of heaven stood open, and I beheld the celestial stars come forth. I numbered them as they proceeded out of the gate, and wrote them all down as they came out, one by one according to their number. I wrote down their names altogether, their times and their seasons, as the angel Uriel, who was with me, pointed them out to me. He showed them all to me, and wrote down an account of them. He also wrote down for me their names, their regulations, and their operations. Chapter 33. From thence I advanced on towards the north, to the extremities of the earth, and there I saw a great and glorious wonder at the extremities of the whole earth. I saw their heavenly gates opening into heaven, 3 of them, distinctly separated. The northern winds proceeded from them, blowing cold, hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain. From one of the gates, they blew mildly, but when they blew from the 2 other gates, it was with violence and force. They blew over the earth strongly. Chapter 34. From thence I went to the extremities of the world, westwards, where I perceived 3 gates open, as I had seen in the north, the gates and passages through them being of equal magnitude. Chapter 35. Then I proceeded to the extremities of the earth, southwards, where I saw 3 gates open, to the south, from which issued dew, rain, and wind. From thence I went to the extremities of heaven eastwards, where I saw 3 heavenly gates open, to the east, which had smaller gates within them. Through each of these small gates, the stars of heaven passed on, and proceeded towards the west, by a path which was seen by them, and that at every period of their appearance. When I beheld them, I blessed every time in which they appeared. I blessed God of glory, who had made those great and splendid signs, that they might display the magnificence of his works to angels and to the souls of men, and that these might glorify all his works and operations, might see the effect of his power, might glorify the great labor of his hands, and bless him forever.